My topic today is about I will update you with the Filler Rheology for 2025. Let's see how much the updates of the filler. If you know filler, all of this, you can remember it all. No, right? Every year, that's every band launch themselves. They try to find a unique character. They try to find a new wording, right? Tan delta, swelling factor, or everything that you cannot remember. And when you go to practice, you forget it all, right? So today, I will be here to categorize and simplify all of this for you and update the knowledge of the filler rheology. Previously, we know only two types of filler. Monophasic filler on your here, sorry. Here, like emoji. Dessert is the same and homogeneous structure. It's smoothing and for volumizing. And on your left side here, like a sand, we call granule gel character. Some say it's like a building block to reshape, like you inject on the nose, you inject on the cheek. Let's imagine that you go to the beach and you create the sand castle. It is the character, small granule gel, and you can do the shape sharply border. And the third one is quite a new generation. Before the COVID lockdown, we have many types of filler. It's this dispersive type of the HA filler. Yeah. Normally we inject on the superficial plane to make a skin booster effect. But that's all for the face. We try to use these three first generation to inject on the body, and we cannot see some results well. Like you inject on the buttock, you inject on the breast, but property cannot. Some you inject by facing on the buttock, and when patient sit down, it's break. Let's imagine to the sand castle again. If you hit, it's break easily. And if you use monophasic on the buttock, it's widening. Some patients have the sagging of the buttock, and you use monophasic, it's gain weight and widening rapidly. That's a limitation of our own technology. But it's the human rights. We try to conquer the nature of aging. Finally, we get on your right side multiphasic filler. This is the thing that I want to update you. Okay, I talked already. Cannula suspend gel, like a sandcastle, like a building block, small granule. You can molding it on the shape, suit for the nose, the cheek, and the jawline. And the lower one, sorry, you know this kind of the snack, right? Roti, you also in Myanmar also call like this, right? Roti. This one is like a fat gel for volumizing, and if you lower the cohesive type, you can spread it smoothly. We call smoother. Like you use this kind of the gel to inject on the forehead, to spread it along your flat bone or frontal bone. But what happens if you use the fat gel? It will be projection. So different property, different result. Please choose the rheology properly to create the maximum result that your patient wants. What happens if you use the volumizer here to inject on the nose? The lower, it will be big nose, right? Because it expands, like immediately after you do injection, it's beautiful, but 2 weeks later, it's become wider, like a lion. That's the wrong point on your selecting, okay? That's why you have to know and need to know. Here, let's move to the multiphasic filler. You see? You know this one, right? How to say it? In Thai, we call salapao. But I don't know how to say dim sum. No, just forget it. But you guys know this. You know, in the core, we have the rigid and compact structure. Normally, we use the circle green one as a biphasic in the core content to create the rigid structure and firmable structure. And we compensate the irregularity border from the biphasic with the monophasic cover, monophasic envelope of biphasic. This is human wise. Okay, so let's take a look on the force. But some brand, they just use the high density of monophasic in the green circle at the central. And monophasic, less density, envelope the higher density. You know it? It's called multiphasic filler. And how to choose? First of all, you have to know the different force on the skin, on our body. Okay? Start from your left side. It's compression. It's compression. And the second one is tension that you stretch. The third one is the torsion. When you pay the dolls, and you get angry, you pull it, twist, right? And the shearing, like when you go to toilet and wash your hand, you have to scrub. That is the shearing. And you think 4 types of the phasic filler. What can go well with the shearing force? The stand, right? If you rub the stand in your hand, this one will be resist and still remain in the same shape. It is the most important characteristics of the biphasic filler. In the area that have the shearing force most, you have to use this. Better to use biphasic for the area that you have the shearing. Then, how? Move to the compression and tension force. Do you think monophasic, biphasic, dispersive type, or multiphasic type can go well with the compression and tension? Like you pumping. Sure. Monophasic, like you know the yoga ball, right? That you sit on, you can spring it up without deformity of that ball. That is character of the monophasic. And here, with combination of monophasic and biphasic together, all of the type can go well. But the most significant one is the torsion. If you twist, you can also twist, but it's not deformity because the core of the biphasic is firmness of gel inside there. Okay? So I will give you an example. Let's imagine the lips. Our lips, 4 types. They have what kind of the type on our lips? When you smile, it cheer. When you kiss, compression, tension, and torsion. When you was kissed by your lover, it's torsion, right? They bite your lip. Like, I give you an example. You have to think first, the tissue that you do injection, what kind of the force that you face after that. So, for the lips, by theory, I will correct the multiphasic first. If your clinic don't have stock, the multiphasic, right, you have to choose monophasic. Secondly, it is the way how to choose on the basic science. Don't remember everything, just understand the thing that I deliver you today. You will work it smartly without just remember, okay? So, let's integrate only two fundamental character. Firstly, cohesivity. It's the molecule how strictly they attach for each other. We call cohesivity. The upper one, on the upper part is the good cohesivity, high cohesivity, and on your right upper is poor cohesivity. You see, the stick for the good cohesivity, they can stick together, still on the homogeneous. But when you get the low cohesivity, the gel becomes apart from each other. That's different. And the second measurement rheology that I want to recommend you to know is viscosity. Like low viscosity, like a serum, liquid state. High viscosity is like a cream, difficulty to spread. You apply on your face serum, easy, right? Spread ability. But for the cream, it's like difficult, more difficult, much more. Okay, let's intersect these four measurements together. On your, sorry, I need water. Give me some field. That's lovely, thank you. I'm back. Okay. On your left upper, good cohesivity but low viscosity. It means smoothing. Like you inject on the forehead, you can spread it very well on the flat pattern. This kind of gel suit for the forehead, suit for the here. How to say it? Hand. Oh, okay, I forgot it's too early morning. Normally I did not wake up. Okay, it's hand. And okay, let's take a look on your upper right. Low viscosity and poor cohesivity. It's watery. That's why you use this kind of filler for the skin booster. Okay, let's move on your left side, left lower, high cohesivity and good high viscosity and good cohesivity. It's big and fat. This one for volumizer. If you play the online game, you know pouring, right? Pouring monster. That's pouring. That's the volumizer. How to use this one? For the sunken temporal area, for the sunken cheek, for the big chin. Some want the big chin, some patients want the big chin. But for the sharp border of the chin, you have to choose the V-shaped one on your right, lower right. That is the high viscosity and poor cohesivity. That's what for reshaping. Now you know how to choose it, right? And which brand or which box will be, you go to leaflet, you go to the drug company chart of the rheology and matching them to each box. Don't ask me because I'm not the Wikipedia of filler. I cannot use all brand and tell you, okay? Just go in, you know the basically knowledge already. Okay, but everything have a limitation. If you wrong selecting, the thing that will happen is the side effect. Oh, sorry. Okay, side effect. For the smoothing gel, if you inject on the wrong tissue, it will be widening. Like I give you an example already. If you inject chin and nose, it will be wider because it's expand on laterally. That is the character. And hydrating filler, if you inject on the wrong point, it will be migrate. Especially if you inject on the facial space, like pre-zygomatic space, pre-maxillary space, sometimes it's migrating to the lower border of that space. And the volumizer is the big gel. If you choose unpopular balloon face, like if your patient have the chubby face, have the thick skin already, and you insist to use the volumizer, it will be pop up. Now she can fly, right? It's one rule. Yeah. Shoot is correct. Sorry, 5 minutes left. I have to go quickly. And the reshaping, if you use for the thin skin patient, it will be lumps and bump or irregularity. So shoot this widely. Okay, I have to go quickly. Some, after injection, the filler character is like targeted. It means after the time passed, it's still stuck or localized in the point that you do injection. And on your left side, it's still distributed pattern. Many times, the drug company come to your clinic and doctor, don't use this because it's stacked. Don't use this because it's no. The best thing is the correct to your patient. Choose it correct to your skin and resolve your patient. Like if I want to inject the nose, I will use the targeted type. If I want to inject on the nasolabial fold at cutaneous pain, I will use the distributed. If I use the target, when patient smile, it's become like, see the lumps and bumps. Okay, that's it. Not one is better. The best one is the thing that suits for your patient condition. Okay, I move quickly. Okay. You see, biphasic one, you see the border, the sharp border that stood for lifting. With the same amount of filler, they provide the different properties. You can see on your left right side is bigger and brown water. So don't just say filler is just in there. It's say no. No, I can confirm. Many paper publication and many of my experience. Okay, yeah, give the different gel, different rheology, different result. Definitely. Okay, coincidentally I talked already. High one is like a jam, low one is like a honey. Okay, and you will think like always use the high. No, because high quality it will require that you cannot mold it or massage it to the shape that you want to make it, but you have to lower it to make it stay in the shape, not recoil back. Okay, viscosity like a serum and cream. Okay, the last one that I will update you this paper. This is the immediate result after you do inject on bone in different high G palm and low G palm. On the blue one is the highest G palm, and on your the yellow one is the lowest G palm. And let's see the result immediately after injection. You inject on bone, and what happened on the yellow one is like, retrograde tracking along the middle. It can spread, even you inject on bone, it can spread from bone into subcutaneous layer. You see? And if you do the high Japan, it will stay targeted at the point that I want. So the technical point that I want to reconfirm you about if you use the low Japan, please inject very, very slow. If you inject too fast, the product will retrograde running along the needle tract. That is the point of this paper. Okay, time's up. Q&A. Oh, okay, no. Last one, sorry. So with the migration of filler that I show you, they can do the critical application like for the under eye, even you use the low Japan to inject on the eye, sometimes it can spread, especially the skin that lack of the firmness. 3 months later, filler will be accumulate at the bottom of the eye bag. So, at Ajahn Silintit lecture, under eye is the skin booster era for this because of the limitation of the filler. Okay, and so any question? I'm done with this. Time's up already.
Is there any questions from the audience?
Okay, thank you everyone. Nice to meet you and look forward to see you in next year. ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ
Thank you, Dr. Khan, for your wonderful presentations. So, would you like to give any comments from our chairman, Dr. Kokan?
You should ask questions, doctors. This is a beautiful topic, actually. So, rheology is the study of flow of the gel. Okay.